bwaza. Cindy, you feel like nini Saisol's car to pay tu wanzange tu. Dodo hero biro.
That used to be a question I had in high school because why did we only do Luya or Luo jams? Like what was that about?
Because of the
jams get down.
And a lot of them are funeral songs. Breaking their backs funeral songs. It's like
it is the Luyas that are funeral songs and dare I say circumcision songs. And they are played in weddings and people don't know that.
You know, Luyas would be singing about
yes. You know, it's a circumcision song.
It is.
And you're there in the wedding.
People used to win nationals.
Right? Yes, do those things.
No, I didn't know that it was a I'm
yeah. And you know, Luyas could sing funeral songs and you wouldn't know. They'll be there, Luere mananga papa, Luere.
Okay. Why is it so much fun to sing a funeral song? I think that's where Disco Matanga comes
from. Because
it's late. Disco Matanga.
Yes. It's also, you know, late in the Luo means painful. So it's late as well. But apart from that, we celebrate life. We don't mourn death. People from the Great Western region. Yes.
That is actually very true. Yeah. So if I do pass, please celebrate me. Sawa. So let's get turned. Shensia. A lot of trap, a lot of hip hop. Anyway, so they're here. Don't get us sued, guys, because there's a lot we have to discuss. We're starting off with the first daughter. Can I say that? I feel like saying Your Excellency because let me tell you, I met Kwach yesterday, and then Cindy, I was forced to work with her. Mariam, sometimes she's nice. Okay, so the president, when you're sentencing us after this story. Anyway, so now President William Ruto's daughter, Charlene Ruto, has defended herself. Now, this is following criticism over her remarks about the office of the first daughter. Quoting her statement, she goes ahead to say the office of the first daughter is a private entity. It is neither a constitutional office nor is it being funded by you, the Kenyan taxpayer. The office runs to purely facilitate the activities of and any programs by Ms. Charlene Ruto, and this is after an uproar over the existence of this said office. Just watch this.
Before again I continue, I wanted to introduce quickly my team from Kenya. So I'll start with the back. This is Jermaine Momanyi. He's the head of trade and investments at the office of the first daughter. And this is I don't get what's funny. Before again I continue, I wanted to introduce quickly my team from Kenya. So I'll start with the back. This is Jermaine Momanyi. He's the head of trade and investments at the office of the first daughter. And this is I don't get what's funny.
She doesn't get what's funny. Mariam, do you?
I do. Because this is the second time she's asked the crowd, I don't get what's funny. First time was after she said Smokey, you know, everything, Daystar. And she was like, what's funny? Why are you guys laughing? Now we're back here again. I'll say two things. One, the office of the first daughter, if it, you know, does exist, even if she says it's not being funded by taxpayers' money, we've seen her go visit governors. Whenever you visit a governor, that's a sitting allowance. It's being done on taxpayers' time. Who is driving her? Those are all people paid by the taxpayers. There's like those many tiny nitty-gritties that it's very easy to say this is not funded by taxpayer money, but at the end of the day it is. Second, this could have just been a case of LinkedIn. If you know LinkedIn, I'll come here, I take pictures of Amina, of Kwach, and of Cindy, and then I'll go say spearled a content creation campaign at Nation Media Group. You know, so it could have been, she just said office of the first daughter to make it sound grandiose, but maybe it's just her and her team silently working, so then it seems like something much bigger than it actually is. I'm not sure which one it is. I saw the statement that said this is clearly not funded by taxpayers' money, all of that. But it could have been just those things you say to make things sound bigger and more grandiose than they actually are. And then now you're in trouble and you have to say, actually, we don't receive any money from the taxpayer, you know, and you have to like retract and pull back your statement a little bit.
First of all, Mariam, the first thing you said was you were questioning whether or not it even exists.
Not that it exists, that it exists to this extent that it deserves a name like the office of the first daughter. I know she has a team. I know she has a team for sure. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So it could have been the thing where it looks like something much bigger than it actually is because you've given it the title office of the first daughter.
And I saw people asking, like, is this an office that's always existed? Is it just a new office that's come up now?
Right.
Cindy, I know you're dying. You are
Kiulizo.
Uliza.
Please let us know on Twitter, #TTT. Because the little knowledge I have is, isn't the first daughter someone else? The first daughter in a family, I'm thinking the Ogana family, is Violet Ogana, who was born before all other Ogana daughters were. So I'm wondering why she is the one representing the office of the first daughter. My understanding from the history I know of the family is that June Ruto is the first daughter. So it would be nice to know why she is chosen and not somebody else.
Can I ask you a question to answer your question?
Please answer.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question. If a president was married to 2 wives, what would you call the second wife?
Woo! Hey, that one is a tough one.
Side chick?
No. It's not a side chick, it's a wife. Our country has a provision for marrying more than one.
Office of the First Lady A, Office of the First Lady B.
The very first one. The very first one.
Because
even in hierarchy, I'm just thinking in the royal family, although they're not polygamous much,
but
much. But it is always the firstborn son, isn't it? From the first wife who inherits the throne. So shouldn't it be the first daughter?
The first daughter. I think this is a question. First of all, we are coming from a place where we have to discuss whether that office exists or not.
Yes.
But the second thing is, people were talking about this issue as every single child in that family is a first child.
Yes.
Just because they belong to the first family.
Exactly.
So every single son is a first son, regardless of whether they are the firstborn, second, third, or fourth. Every single daughter is a first daughter, regardless of whether they are the first.
Come from the
first family. So they become the first. But that's very interesting. Like, we are going to go all the way. Soon we will have the first dogs, first, like what the first ninis that belong, first cousins that belong to that family. What do they then become?
First dog.
If we keep going, first everything like this.
But you know, Cindy asked a very pertinent question because when you say first daughter, you know that when we look at the Brits, it's very clear.
Yeah.
We look at the monarch, you know that it's William, not Harry.
Yes.
So that's all Cindy is asking. Is it just anyone in the family? Because where did that come from? Who came up with that?
I think this is the proof that there is no office of the first daughter. That's to me, that's what. Because someone would have thought that there's an issue there semantically because people will have multiple children. So if I have 2 daughters, there's no office of the first daughter because then do I have office of the second daughter? So that's proof to me that this was something just said to make something sound big, and then it ended up blowing back, and now we have to be like, actually, it's not funded by taxpayer money, because the minute you say office of the, you automatically.
So if you call if you call Charlene the second daughter, for example, just hypothetically, what will you call Gachagwa's daughter?
Yes.
What does then, if we go with this first, second, third?
It's a rabbit hole at this point. Like, where are we going? Where are we going? I would love to hear from you, though, at the Trend Live. That's our handle. Please do let us know your thoughts. The hashtag is TTTT. There are 4 T's, Cindy. You've done it for 22 years. You cannot say TTT. You said TT.
Oh,
but it's
the last T is for tweet.
Oh, I like it. Okay, so listen, we do have a question, though. I have a question, guys. Why are you so hard on Charlene? Why do I see? Because people, it snowballs into so much unnecessary hate, and you wonder, what is it that she really did? Is it the Mayai business? Was that it? Yes, we have to take a break, though, so we have 2 seconds.
When she was doing her private life, did we ever speak about her?
No.
I hear you, but then I just want to ask the hate.
It's not a hate. It's not hate.
No, just because
there are people who are vile, of course.
Privileged.
So we have to take a break. My apologies to the director. We have to take a break. So when we get back, we'll read your tweets. We have a lot to talk about. Kakamega, tunawakujia. We'll be back after this.